Based on the post from yesterday, we were talking about questions that a lot of people are facing right now and how I work with these questions and my clients to get results. So the big theme is signs, and I'm going to walk you through a story of mine that I had at the end of the last year, and also the takeaways that you can pull from that to utilize in supporting yourself with asking questions and figuring out, where is fulfillment for me? Is this really it? And am I living my best life? I'm sure right off the bat, some of you might just be like, nope. I feel like I would say that, even though I do live a pretty good life. There's always another level, right? Anyways, let's focus. So I had the question of, how can I expand my business and reach more people, support more people in navigating uncertainties of this world, in this business, to then shift into profitability and supporting families, etc. Because I know a lot of my CEOs, they say their biggest stress is the paychecks and knowing that they are not only supporting their employees, but also their employees' families. So it's a huge stressor. And here you go. Here's one way my business is elevated. So back in, I believe it was December, I had the question, how can I support more business owners in navigating uncertainties in this world and bringing them to another level of freedom and bliss? Yes. What happened was not what I expected. Didn't even realize what was happening at the moment, but I went to run stairs, or more like walk stairs, with a friend of mine who happens to be in private equity. And they were like, I need to be back by a certain time because I have a coaching call with a coach. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know you did coaching. And they're like, yeah, but I just don't feel comfortable with it. I can't really say what I really want to say because it's being paid for by the company. A perspective I hadn't even thought about, because I usually work with the owners of the companies. So they're not necessarily trying to hide anything. They want my support. Anyway, so that was just an interesting topic and conversation that we had never had. And I started, of course, diving in and asking more questions. And then a few hours later, I happened to be getting a pedicure with my girlfriend. And I was telling her kind of the situation of how, possibly clients aren't able to be completely honest and truthful. And I must have mentioned that he was in investments or private equity, because then she was like, oh, well, I could totally make connections for you in that world, private equity and investment world. I'm like, oh, that's amazing. Especially since when I tell people what I do, like for the first time, they're always like, oh, you're like the Wendy Rhodes of billions. And I'm like, yeah, an intuitive version. So that was pretty cool. Didn't really think of anything of it. Didn't say, yes, I'm game or anything like that in the moment. Fast forward to the next day, I was forwarded an article, and it was on astrology and something about like your north nodes or your south nodes. And my north node, or whichever, is about how to elevate myself is with groups. So when I'm in a group situation, then I can elevate myself out of it. It's kind of like Beyonce. Beyonce and I have the same, whatever, north node or south node. I don't remember. Obviously that's not my wheelhouse. I deal with the intuitive, but it was just cool. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm like Beyonce. Yeah. Who doesn't want to be like that? So then the next day I'm talking to a friend, and he's also an intuitive, and he goes, oh, I was invited into this consulting group. And as soon as he said that, I got the download. Ding, 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 ding. You should start an intuitive consulting business. I mean, I already have it, but like with a team of people. So just another thought coming in. This is day 3. Day 4, I get a Facebook message from a friend of mine that I haven't talked to in about a decade. And she's like, my spirit team wanted me to connect with you. Maybe we're supposed to collaborate or something. And I'm like, I didn't even know you dealt with a spirit team. That's awesome. Let's definitely connect. Sure enough, her team has been leading her to work with businesses. And I'm like, wow, I just got the download yesterday to create a group of people, so it's not just me. 5th day, I decide to reach out to a select group of people that I intuitively got that would be perfect to catapult Londyn Heights Consulting to another level. And they all said yes. they were interested. And a few of them were like, I was told that I was going to be collaborating with somebody soon, or someone was going to invite me into something soon. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So within a week, me posing the question, and it's not always going to happen that quickly, but within a week of me asking this question, I had a series of nuggets that led down a trail, a path to creating my own consulting firm with other people. And now I have a team of 7. So when you think about asking the questions, you have to realize that the answers might not come. This is the takeaways. The answers may not come in the way that shape or form that you thought that they would. Like maybe you wanted a red bird or something. They often come in sets of 3, so they can build upon each other, especially if you're into human designs. A lot of people are supposed to respond to an invitation or a question or a sign. So think about that. You want multiple things coming through to really cement and confirm that you are on the right trajectory. And then lastly, is your question really clear? Does it come from a foundation of clarity? Like, I know I'm meant to be working with CEOs and business owners because of the massive results I've created with them. And because I start tingling. So I know in my soul, in my heart, what I'm meant to be doing. And that kind of clarity for myself also supports. So if you don't have that kind of clarity for yourself when you're looking to start asking these questions, maybe start with something simple like, I want to feel more joy in my life. I want to live a life where almost every day I am experiencing bliss. What is that? What are steps that will bring me towards that and still support me financially? So start asking questions, really ground yourself in a foundation of clarity and knowing, and then be ready and open for things to just show up. Yeah. And then follow, like, share, subscribe, sign up for our currently free monthly healing lead. We do a monthly call, a girlfriend of mine, and it's all about healing. So it gives you an opportunity to experience some healing and what I have to offer, and her as well. And we will talk to you next time.